Welcome everyone, it's Matt, and today we're going to talk about Darumaka Max Monday. Class is going to be starting December 1st. Let's get class started. All right, Darumarka is going to be our last officially November Max Monday schedule on December 1st. Pokemon, I believe, just does these. If the Sunday goes on November, they'll consider it as a November as well. Currently, right now, we do have Eevee going on, and Toxicity just finished as I am making this video. All right, for Darumaka. The IVs that you're going to be looking for is 768 to 823, with 823 being your hundo. It is weak to ground, rock, and water, which will take 60% additional damage. And it is strong and it takes reduced damage at 37.5% from bug, fairy, fire, grass, ice, and steel. As you can see here, it has a high attack, low defense, and high HP. It's going to keep that type of dichotomy during its transformation. It transforms into Darmanitan. It takes 50 candy, which is pretty cheap for a transformation. It does not gain, it still only retains its fire element for ground, rock, and water for its takes increased damage to 60% and 37.5% bug, fairy, fire, grass, ice, and steel. Darmanitan stats 263 attack is the highest still in fire. Defense 114 is the lowest in fire, and the HP 233, I believe, is second highest in fire type, if not highest. Uh, Overall, this is not going to be a Pokemon that we're going to be taking out as a tank. Yes, we do use a Gengar as a tank, but that's because it does have 70 and 61% resistances. Darmanitan is only at 37.5% because it only has its one element of fire. For Dynamax Darmanitan, it would be mildly useful. As a tank if it did, because it does have a 0.5 second move, but it's only normal. Fire Fang and Incinerate are its other two moves, since the real reason you're going to be using this is for transformation, and that's because you don't have a Gmax yet for fire. You're going to pretty much be using Fire Fang. This is just not a Pokemon, though, that you want to be using as a tank. It will be fainting is faster than anything else that we've basically used. Its charge moves are all over the place. It doesn't really matter. Darumaka only has fire charge moves, but it is a 1-star, so we're not really worried about defeating it. All right, for fire, Darmanitan is the best DMAX attack unit, and honestly, it's pretty close to Gmax Charizard, but Gmax Charizard's a much better tank, and Gmax Cinderace is the leading overall. This spread looks like that fire is weak, but honestly, there is not a weak fire type that we've produced yet for DMAX, so that's why they're all so tight. Charizard, Entei, Cinderace, Flareon, Moltres are all really within the same area. Darmanitan's a little bit higher than the rest of the D-Maxes and pretty close to the G-Max. And the G-Maxes have, another 10% or up to 30% higher attack. But compared to most other elements, this is a really, really tight spread. And Darmanitan is a very powerful D-Max, but obviously we're only going to be using it if we do not have either G-Max Charizard or G-Max Cinderace. For the rankings for fire for the attacker, it is an 8 out of 10. It is by far the strongest D-Max fire that we have. Obviously, the G-Maxes are stronger, but if you don't have a G-Max, Darmanitan will be very strong. The IVs don't really matter. The Gmaxes are stronger, even if you have a 10 or even really a 1 attack. Gmax will be stronger than the 15 IV. Not by much, but it still would be. For Charizard, and obviously Cinderace would be stronger than that. As a healer, it is basically at the top of its class for fire as well. For overall Pokemon in general, Darmanitan is a strong Pokemon. It's still an 8 out of 10. Really, if we didn't have G-Maxes, Darmanitan would be very exciting. As a tank, it's still really poor. And as a healer, it's a little above average, and I would say it's right on the edge for me to use as a backup healer. But generally, I'm not planning on using Darmanitan at all because I do have both the G-Maxes, obviously. All right, for the Darumaka Mega Units for Candy, we have now a decent amount for Fire. The reason we want to be doing Mega Units, as I keep repeating, between 1 time Mega and 6, you get 1 bonus candy, which is always helpful. 7 to 29, you'll get 1 bonus candy, 10% chance XL, and 50 EXP. And once you hit level 3 Mega, which is 30 times, you are able to Mega it every 3 days for 2 bonus candy, 25% chance of a drop for each XL. That happens for all 3 XLs, and 100 XP. This is going to be important. Darumaka doesn't appear much in the wild. For me, the only way I really get Darumaka candy is through actually getting it through Dynamax. It's just, if you do have spawns in your area, let me know which biomes so I can at least try and go to those biomes if they're near me, as I really don't have that much Darumaka candy. But back to the Mega Units. Right now, you can use Charizard X or Y, Blaziken, Houndoom, Groudon, Camerupt, Chandelure, Emboar, Pyroar, and Delphox are coming soon. All right, so what's the overall battle plan for Darmanitan? It's a 1-star battle. It is going to be destroyed if you use Excadrill or a water Pokemon. Does it really matter which water Pokemon? No, it will be gone pretty quickly. If you have it the right level, you can do it before you transform, or if not, you'll beat it on your first transformation. If you're farming for Darmanitan candy like I do, I think it's worth it for its low cost. So is it worth for you? If you have a G-Max Charizard or G-Max Cinderace, no, not really. Still grab one. Might want to use it for an attack-based ice tank, but I expect to be very niche at best. If you don't have one, you're going to want a high IV attack, and maybe then if you have a 15 and you don't know which one, I would choose the higher IV HP. This will be your main fire attacker, obviously, until you can get a G-Max fire type. It's low defense. It makes it a really scary glass cannon. And its HP is fairly high, but once again, it's pretty niche. Generally, though, if you are fighting against ice type, they generally have low attacks, so that low defense isn't as much of a detriment. But honestly, I'm kind of stretching things a bit as well. So for December 1st, if you're still doing your Urshifu hunts, honestly, there's not much data going on for what's being released on December 2nd. As of this video, they literally just dropped the first promotional video for the next season. So I do expect to see something by Tuesday or Wednesday. And for December 8th, it's the same story right now. Right now, we just have our Sableye Inkay for single strike, Squirtle, Krabby, Sabo, and Wailmer for rapid strike. And we do not know what's really going to be out there right now. With that, that's all I've got for class. Before I dismiss you, though, if you like and subscribe, that would be helpful. If you want to be part of my community, you can join my community either through Patreon or through YouTube. That would be incredibly helpful for me. On top of it, you will have access to my friends list, and also be at the end, have your name at the end of the video. Thank you to all who does part of my community or Patreon, as that is greatly helpful, and I'm very honored. But with that, you can also reach me at Twitch, twitch.tv/MadGuru. I do have a Pokemon game there that pops up every 15 minutes. And with that, I do need to get going. So class is dismissed. Thank you very much. But before I go, as always, I'll try to do better next time. Bye, everyone.